Hi there, I'm Eshu Martin. Welcome to Living Zen. The Living Zen podcast began in 2009 as a way for me to share the Dharma talks and teachings I was offering in my capacity as abbot of Zen West Buddhist Society, which is a Zen Buddhist practice center in the Rinzai tradition on Vancouver Island in British Columbia, Canada. Over the next 8 years, more than 500 episodes were released on Living Zen, before the last episode was published in 2017. And I'm happy to say that those episodes are all still available right here. And a lot has happened since 2017. Going forward, here's what you can expect from the Living Zen podcast. I'll share some guided meditations and trance work, as well as some learning around non-ordinary states of consciousness, from meditation to hypnosis to ecstatic trance to psychedelics. I'll engage in the practice and exploration of decolonization and reconciliation. I'll tell folktales and myth stories, and I hope to interview some of the people that I've come to admire and respect. You're welcome to enjoy whatever interests you and just leave the rest. I'd love to hear from you about what you enjoy about the podcast and even about what you don't. Likes and shares are lovely and they help to spread the word, and I love connecting with actual people. So, if you've got questions or comments, you can email me directly at eshu@monarchtrancework.com, and I'll put that email in the show notes as well. Now, let's get on with Living Zen. For today's episode, I wanted to share a bit of what I offer in my practice at Monarch Trancework. So what you'll hear today is a recorded introduction to Trancework session with integration afterwards. If you'd like to download this session to use later, you can do that for free from the download section of my website, where you'll also find several other downloadable Trancework sessions. I'll put the link in the show notes. So for now, just enjoy. The free session that you're about to experience is a simple introduction to hypnosis and trance work. My goal for this session is for you to have a comfortable, pleasant, and enjoyable experience of being in a hypnotic trance state. In this session, I will bring you into hypnosis very slowly and gradually through progressive relaxation. I will then support you as you allow your subconscious mind to create your own unique, peaceful place, which will become a wonderful refuge and a resource that you can return to again and again in any kind of hypnotic, trance, or journey work that you do in the future. While you are relaxing in that peaceful place, you can choose to establish a hypnotic anchor that will act as a gateway, allowing you to enter into deep trance more quickly in the future, and you will begin building a channel of communication between your conscious and your subconscious mind that will continue to become deeper and clearer as you continue to explore trance work and non-ordinary states of consciousness. Because this is an introductory session, we will not be stepping deeply into any difficult or uncomfortable historical material, and you can expect to feel relaxed and rested after the session. The trance work session itself is about an hour in length. I strongly recommend doing the integration session immediately after experiencing the trance session, so you'll want to make sure you have about 90 minutes of open time before you begin this trance work session. Before you begin, I encourage you to prepare for the integration session by having some paper and a pen or pencil close by you before you begin, so that you can move directly into the integration without any delays. The integration session is an important component of trance work, as it allows you to bridge subconscious or non-ordinary experiences and conscious awareness. Before you begin, I recommend having a pee, turning off all of your device notifications, and then getting into a recliner or your bed or any position on the floor where you're well and fully supported, which means that you don't need to use any muscles to hold your head or any other part of your body up. Use whatever pillows or blankets that you need to feel completely and genuinely comfortable, and I recommend using headphones. To begin the session, it may be a good idea to skip forward about a minute or two into the recording and adjust the volume levels, and when they're at a level that feels good for you, settle in, go back to the beginning, and get started. One small note on the background music. This particular track is specially designed to facilitate hypnosis and stimulate specific neural frequencies. You'll notice a clicking track in the music that slows over the first few minutes and eventually fades completely. Please know that this is an intended component of the experience, and it is not a technical issue. As this is a recording, I'm unable to assess your personal trance depth in real time as I normally would during a one-on-one session. I've used a lot of trance-inducing and depth technique in this recording, so if you find that after the Trancework session you feel like you fell asleep, or that there are significant gaps in what you remember, I recommend that you do the session again after a few hours, and this time in an upright, seated position with your feet planted on the ground, or in a seated meditation posture rather than fully reclined, as the body awareness required to prevent you from physically tipping over in these postures will prevent you from going too deep into trance on your second experience. And finally, please understand, trance work is very powerful, so please do not play this session while you're driving a car or in any other situation where your conscious attention is required. Okay, so let's begin. And you can begin by just connecting with your breath and your body. That's right. Just breathing in and out. And feeling the breath flowing through you. And you don't need to breathe in any particular way. You don't need to breathe any more slowly than you naturally do. You don't need to breathe any more deeply than you naturally breathe. You're just being aware of your breathing itself. And as you begin to relax, you might like to bring your awareness to any sounds that you can hear in or around the room that you're in. Beginning with any sounds that you're aware of outside of the room where you are. And maybe you notice sounds outside. Sounds of weather or traffic. Sounds of birds or people. And there might be the sounds of other people and other areas of the place where you are, whether you're at home or somewhere else. And whatever you hear, you can just allow those sounds to be gently filtered out, as if you just let them fade away into the background. That's right. They won't be any distraction at all. Now, as you bring your awareness inside the room where you are, you can notice the sounds that you're aware of in the space immediately around you. There might be the sound of an appliance or an electronic device, and you might even be aware of the sounds of your body, your breathing, your digestion, maybe the gentle movements
of your body as you adjust and make yourself more comfortable. And you can just let those sounds drift off into the distance. And you find that they aren't any kind of disturbance or distraction. In fact, any sound at all that arises as we're working together, even unexpected sounds, can actually be useful. You can use them as a kind of tool, like a lever, something that you can push off of deep inside, as if you could dive down beneath the waves of sound into a quiet, internal space. And the only sound I want you to pay attention to is the sound of my voice, and anything that I draw your awareness to intentionally. And I wonder if you can imagine that for this session, I've brought into the room where you are a very special kind of air. Now, this special air is filled with molecules of pure relaxation, a kind of concentrated comfort and ease. You can pretend it's like a magical mist or a sacred incense, however it works for you. And you can just breathe in this special air deep down into your center. And you might like to imagine that this special air has a kind of color or hue to it that you find particularly pleasant and calming. Or maybe this special air has a mild scent or fragrance that reminds you of a time or a place where you felt really comfortable and at ease. And you can just breathe that special air in, deep down into your core. And now feel it flowing through your whole body, almost as if it's drawn to any part of your body that feels tight or uncomfortable. And as you breathe that special air deeper down, you feel that part softening and relaxing. And you can exhale any tension or discomfort that you find, breathing it out, making more space to be filled with your next relaxing breath. And as you ease deeper down into hypnosis, you're in complete control of your body. And as I'm speaking, you can do anything that you need to do to make yourself more comfortable. You can adjust your position. You can scratch an itch. You can get a drink of water, and you don't need to worry about it upsetting or disturbing the trance. No. Anything that you do to make yourself more comfortable only helps you to go even deeper down into hypnosis. Now, in a moment, I'm going to begin to draw your awareness to different parts of your body. And as I do this, all you need to do is just notice. Notice if there's any tension or tightness in that part. And if there is, you can find a way to allow that tension to soften, to relax and dissipate and be released completely. And there's no right way or wrong way to do this. Different people do it in different ways. And you can experiment and discover how hypnosis works for you. I know one person who likes to imagine that any part of their body that feels tight or tense, they imagine that it's as if they have a clenched fist in that part. And all they do is just imagine that they can open their hand, relaxing the muscles and tendons and just feeling any tension dissipating, releasing. Or if you enjoy massage, you might like to imagine that anywhere that feels tight or uncomfortable, you can just get a relaxing and comfortable massage and just feel that discomfort ebbing away as it dissolves into deep relaxation. You might like to imagine that the cushions, wherever you're sitting or lying down, can act as if they're a giant sponge that could just kind of draw any tension, any tightness at all right out of your body. And you can just allow it to drain out of you, down through the cushions, down through the floor, down deeper into the earth, where it will be received and transformed. As I said, there's no right way or wrong way. You can experiment with the ways that I've suggested. You can find your own way down, because hypnosis isn't something that happens from the outside. Hypnosis is what's happening inside of you. And now, continuing to go deeper down into trance, and taking a deep breath of that relaxing air all the way down into your center, deep down. And as you bring your awareness all the way to the very top of your head, your scalp, and it might seem strange to think about there being tension in your scalp, but as you breathe deeper, that special air filling your scalp with relaxation, you may notice a subtle softening as your ears sink deeper down towards the cushions beneath you and behind you, relaxed and heavy. And as you allow that wonderful relaxation to flow down into your forehead, and feeling that your forehead is completely relaxed and smooth, there's no tension, there's no pressure. You're doing a great job. And you continue to breathe that relaxation down into your eyebrows as you release any clenching, any frowning at all. And your eyebrows are loose and limp, comfortable. Good work. And with each breath, feeling yourself more and more wonderfully relaxed. And the more relaxed you are, the deeper you go down into hypnosis. And as you breathe that relaxation down into your eyes, feeling the muscles around your eyes, those tiny little muscles. And those little muscles work so hard all day, every day, helping your eyes to turn, to focus, to open and close. And I wonder if you can just give those muscles permission to just completely relax as you breathe that wonderful, magical air into your eyes. And your eyelids can be relaxed and heavy. And some people find that their eyes are so relaxed and their eyelids so heavy that they couldn't even open them if they tried. And when your eyes feel so relaxed, so heavy that you couldn't even open them if you tried, you can go ahead and just give them a little test. That's right. And now just allowing your eyes to relax all the way down. Allowing that relaxed heaviness to flow down through your cheeks and the muscles around your mouth, your lips, your chin, loose and limp, relaxed and comfortable. Bringing your awareness to your jaw. And all throughout the day there are so many things that we want to say, but we don't always have the opportunity to say them all. We're not always in the appropriate place to say them. And so we hold our mouth closed sometimes. And you can release a lot of tension from your jaw. And so what I'd like you to do is to just breathe some of that relaxing air into your jaw, releasing any tightness as it drains down out of you, just dissolving away as your jaw becomes loose and limp, soft and relaxed, so comfortable. Breathing deeper and deeper down with each breath. Breathing that relaxation down now deeper into the muscles of your neck. And sometimes I like to imagine that the muscles of my neck are like the strings of an instrument, like a guitar. And I can just unwind the keys and allow those strings to become so loose and relaxed, like they couldn't even make any sound at all. And as your neck grows more relaxed, and your head feels heavier, you can allow it to sink deeper down into the cushion as you sink deeper down into hypnosis with each breath, breathing that relaxation down now deeper into the muscles of your shoulders. And we carry so much on our shoulders, not just the physical burdens that we carry, but we carry other burdens too, feelings. Sometimes even old feelings from our past, like fear or guilt or shame and anger. And I wonder, right now, if you can just imagine putting it all down. Because right now, there's nowhere else that you need to be. There's nothing else that you need to be doing. You've intentionally set aside this time to have this wonderful, relaxing experience today. So I wonder if you can just give yourself permission to put it all down for now. And you can know that if there's something, some task or responsibility that you need to take back up after this session, well, you can do that with the knowledge that it will feel better having had this opportunity to let it go for a while. But for now, right now, this is your time. Time to relax, time to go deeper. And so it just makes sense to use this time wisely, going deeper and deeper down as you breathe that relaxing air through every muscle of your back, vertebrae by vertebrae, feeling your back softening, relaxing as you sink deeper down into the cushions beneath you. And you know that you don't need to use any muscles at all to hold yourself up. You can feel the support of the cushions behind you and beneath you. And you can just allow your whole body to be soft and relaxed, knowing that you're completely supported. That's right. Sinking deeper down. And as your body feels heavier, I wonder if you can imagine the impression that your body is making where you're sitting. Sinking deeper as you sink deeper down into hypnosis. And you may begin to notice certain sensations in your body, a warmth or a tingling in your arms or legs. There's no right or wrong. It's different for everybody. Simply noticing your own body's cues. It's your body's way of letting you know how hypnosis works for you. And some people tell me they feel as if they're so light, it's as if they're floating above their chair. And other people say it's completely the opposite for them. They feel like they're so relaxed, so heavy, that they couldn't even move their arms or their legs. Or like they could if they really wanted to. But they're just so relaxed and comfortable, they don't know why they would want to. In fact, some people become so relaxed, they say they feel as if their arms or their legs just kind of disappear. like they know they're down there somewhere, but they simply can't be bothered to go looking for them. And there really is no right or wrong. It's different for everyone. Some people say they get little speckles of color or light behind their eyes, like a kaleidoscope. And I still hear things all the time that I've never heard before. I had one person tell me they felt as if their lips were inflated like a balloon, and another that their arms felt like a gorilla's. So just allowing your body to show you how hypnosis works for you. And as you relax deeper down into hypnosis now, you continue to be in complete control. And if at any time I should suggest something that you don't like or that you don't agree with, anything that you don't want to allow into your subconscious mind, all you need to do is just think in your own mind, decline or reject, or even a simple no, and immediately any unhelpful suggestion that I've made will be canceled out. And the way that this works is very simple, because the things that I say are powerful suggestions, and your own thoughts, your own internal voice also act as suggestions. And they're strong because they come from inside of you. And so they just override and cancel out anything unwanted coming from outside. And this is important because in the same way, you can use your mind for your benefit as well. So when I make a suggestion that you like, or that you agree with, that you want to bring deeper down into your subconscious mind, even if it isn't the way that you're experiencing things now, but it is the way that you want to experience them, you can help that suggestion to go deeper. You can make it more powerful simply by thinking in your own mind, agree, or accept, or even just a clear yes, and you will strengthen the suggestion that I'm making and help it to go deeper down into your subconscious mind. In fact, you can actually double the strength of any suggestion that I make simply by repeating the suggestion in your own mind. So, for example, if I were to suggest that you relax, and relaxing is something that you want to do, you simply repeat relax in your own mind, and you feel yourself relaxing even deeper down into hypnosis. And of course, you don't have to do anything at all. You can just allow your mind to drift and dream and wander, knowing that your subconscious mind is always aware, always listening, and it will alert you to anything that you need to be aware of. But if you're going to be following along with the trance experience you're having, you might as well use your mind for your own benefit. And now, as you continue breathing all the way down into hypnosis, with each breath going deeper, your unconscious mind can take you down to your perfect depth for our work today, and you'll be deeply aware as you maintain a deep, receptive, hypnotic state. And I wonder if you can imagine in your mind's eye being in a room where you feel really relaxed and comfortable. And you're in a room where you've been before. It might be the room where you are right now, or it might be any room, anywhere that you've ever been in before, where you feel really relaxed and comfortable. And you can allow the impressions and images of that room to develop, to appear. And you can feel the room all around you. And just take a moment to notice the room. Notice the shape of the room, the color of the walls, of the floor. And I wonder if you can imagine the layout of the room, the location of any pieces of furniture. Just notice the quality of the light in the room and where it's coming from. And you can go ahead and find your way and lower yourself down into that furniture, noticing the textures as you're sitting, and you relax even deeper down into hypnosis. Now, and this room is so comfortable, and in a moment, I'm going to introduce you to a new place, your own special, peaceful place. And your peaceful place is a very special place because it's a place that only you can go. You and anyone that you choose to invite. And your peaceful place is enclosed and protected from anything negative or unwanted from the outside. And inside your peaceful place, you are in complete control. You're the master of your realm. And if at any time someone or something that you've invited into your peaceful place, well, they need to go, all you need to do is just think it or wish it, and they'll be gone. Because it's your peaceful place and you are in control. And the first thing that we need to do is to locate the door. The door to your peaceful place is right here in this room where you are. And it might be that it looks just like an ordinary door, or it might be that it's somehow unusual or unique. And the door might be right where you'd expect to find a door in this room, or it might be somewhere a bit unexpected or even hidden. There's no right or wrong place for it, wherever it works for you. So go ahead now and find that door. Don't open it just yet. Just go ahead and find the door. And when you've found the door, just take a moment to look at it, to notice it. And I wonder how big the door to your peaceful place is. Is it a big door or a small door? And I wonder what color that door is. what shape is your door? Is it rectangular or round or maybe curved at the top? There's no right or wrong because you're just noticing. And I'm curious what the door is made of. If it's a wooden door or maybe stone or steel. And you're just noticing. I wonder if there are any hinges or handles or a knocker or any other fixtures on the door, and if there are, I wonder what color they are and what they're made of. And if you were to run your hand along the surface of the door, I wonder if it would be smooth to the touch or rough. Is the surface of the door warm or cool? And you're just noticing. And as you step back from the door, just so that you can kind of take the whole thing in, you can take the step to step deeper into yourself as you notice your inner feelings. And I wonder how seeing this door makes you feel inside. If you're nervous, or if you're excited, or even if you're completely indifferent, there's no right or wrong. Just noticing your feelings. Now, in a moment, and not until I say, I'm going to have you open the door to your peaceful place and step inside. And when you do, you may find that your peaceful place is just there, complete, and waiting for you to explore. Some people find that their peaceful place begins to take shape only as they start to move around and investigate. And for other people, their peaceful place isn't so much a visual experience as it is a kind of feeling, a knowing, a sense of safety, of protection, a deep belonging. And there is no right or wrong. And the very best part is that you don't need to plan. You don't need to try to think about what would make a good, peaceful place, because your subconscious mind will create a peaceful place that's just perfect for you. And all you need to do right now is just allow it. And so, go ahead now. Open the door to your peaceful place. Step through the door into your peaceful place and close the door behind you. Now, as you turn to face your peaceful place, taking your first steps into your wonderful space, notice if you're inside or outside, or perhaps there are some elements of both, and looking down at your feet, I wonder what it is that you're walking on. If it's a floor, or if it's grass or sand or stones, there's no right or wrong. You're just noticing. And as you look up above you, I wonder what you see there. An open sky, or a ceiling, the branches of trees, or the roof of a cavern, or something else. There's no right or wrong, just noticing. And you can go ahead and begin to explore your peaceful place. I wonder how big it is. Where does it begin? And where does it end? What are its boundaries? Just go ahead and explore while I'm quiet for a few moments. And as you explore your peaceful place deeper, you can begin to notice the environment, the atmosphere, as each breath fills you with deep relaxation, a calm, a wonderful feeling like you've been expected here. As if your peaceful place itself is welcoming you home. And I wonder if the climate here is cool or warm, if the air is calm and still, or if there's a pleasant breeze, just noticing. And as you continue to explore your peaceful place, I wonder if there are any sounds or scents here. And if so, I wonder what's the source of those? And you can go ahead and explore those sounds and those smells. And somewhere here, in your peaceful place, there is a spot that's more comfortable than any other spot for you. And it might be a big, cozy piece of furniture. Or it might just be a cool spot in the grass. It could be a hammock strung between a couple of huge trees, or a blanket on a warm beach, or a hollow at the base of a tree. There's no right or wrong. You can just feel your way to that most comfortable spot. Allow yourself to be drawn there. And if you haven't already, you can go ahead and lower yourself down deeper into that most comfortable place. Recline and relax, allowing your body, your heart, your mind, and your soul to rest even deeper now, all the way down, almost like a tree, putting down roots deep into the earth, roots through which you can draw up nourishment. Sometimes I feel like the experiences of life can be so draining. Relationships and everyday tasks can draw all kinds of energy out of us, and what's wonderful is that while you're here in this place, you can use those deep roots, your deep roots, to draw up whatever it is that you need to be replenished. And I don't know what it is that you need to feel replenished today. It might be a sense of strength or stability. It might be patience or compassion for yourself or for others. It might be a deep and profound sense of abundance, or it might be a feeling of being welcome, accepted unconditionally. There's no right or wrong. And as I continue to speak, you can just allow your body to completely relax and drink it in, absorb it all deeply. And you know, the wonderful thing about roots is that they're not just a one-way street. You can also feel that anything that you're carrying, whatever has been weighing you down, burdens that you've been carrying for a long time, and not just the physical ones, but burdens of old feelings like shame or guilt or fear, old habits, even toxic energies, people. You can just allow those to drain right out of you, down through your roots, down into the rich and powerful earth, where they will be transformed without judgment. They will be transformed because you know that the earth can transform anything that you release into nutrients, into rich, nourishing compost. And you know, hypnosis is a very powerful tool, this deep trance. And the rich earth of your subconscious mind is vast, and it's a potent resource. And in the very depths of your own subconscious mind, every memory, every relationship, every experience that you've ever had, and every environment that you've ever been in is remembered and available to you as you need it. And in trance work, you're building a channel of communication with the vast resource of your subconscious mind. And as you develop this language, this relationship between your conscious and your subconscious minds, you'll find that you're able to revisit difficult, even traumatic experiences of the past to see them in new ways, to release things that you don't need to carry anymore, to reframe old beliefs with new perspectives. Because oftentimes the way that we understood things when you were young is not the way that you understand them today. You know so much more than you did back then. You have so many more life experiences. You have grown and learned so much. And by reframing past experiences, by seeing old stories through new eyes, you'll find that you're able to process. You heal old hurts. You don't need to keep experiencing them over and over again in the same old, tired, mental movie. Now you can understand them in new ways. And through your new understanding, you've already begun the powerful process of healing. And you can actually enjoy how good it feels to be so relaxed, so deep in trance, deep in hypnosis. And now you know that hypnosis isn't something that happens to you from outside. It isn't a spell put on you, no. Hypnosis is more like a skill. Trance is an ability that's cultivated, that is happening inside of you. Trance happens inside of you. Hypnosis is what's happening inside of you. And it's like a practice. And you know, each time you experience hypnosis, you'll find that it just gets easier. It's easier to go into hypnosis. And each time you go into trance, you'll find that you're able to go even deeper down, going into hypnosis more quickly each and every time. In fact, if you want to, you will bring yourself this deeply into hypnosis just by hearing me counting down from 5 to 1. Wouldn't that be amazing? And if you want to, you can. You can, and you will. You will come to this depth of hypnosis, or even deeper, just by hearing me count down from 5 to 1. And as you continue to relax in your peaceful place, I wonder if you could imagine that the entirety of your peaceful place is enclosed in a sphere, just like a bubble. And this sphere is made out of incredibly tough stuff. Absolutely nothing unbeneficial can penetrate it. It's as if you were in a scintillating orb that you can see out of, but nothing on the outside is able to see inside. And in this way, you can safely witness all kinds of things from a comfortable and protected distance, even things that are difficult or unpleasant, even things that might otherwise seem frightening. And you can easily maintain that safe and comfortable distance because you're protected inside of the sphere of your peaceful place. And in a moment, I'm going to offer some quiet time. And while I'm quiet, I'd just like you to enjoy the feeling of being at ease here in your peaceful place. Everything that you need to feel relaxed and comfortable, safe and at ease, is available to you here in your peaceful place. Use the quiet time to explore, to investigate what those things are, those things that help you feel safe and relaxed. Maybe there are things that you've created or made for yourself. Maybe the things that help you to feel relaxed are things that have been given to you over time. For some people, what makes you feel most relaxed and comfortable aren't things at all. It's more of a kind of deep feeling or knowing. I am comfortable. I'm safe. I'm welcome. I belong. So go ahead now. Just allow yourself to enjoy feeling so good in your peaceful place. And it feels so wonderful, does it not? You know, hypnosis is a very powerful tool because in hypnosis, you are rebuilding a deep and open channel of communication between your conscious and your subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind has always been wanting to communicate with you. And now, because you are in trance, because you are in hypnosis, your subconscious mind is aware that you're attending to what it is sharing with you in a new and powerful way. And your subconscious mind will begin to provide you with clues. It will bring into your awareness priorities, aspects of your subconscious and your past experiences that need attention. Perhaps old hurts, early experiences that need new understanding, that need healing. And your subconscious mind is able to bring this guidance, these cues and clues to your attention in many ways. Through dreams, or by surfacing the memory of things that you haven't thought about for a long time, or thought you'd forgotten. Through spontaneous insights or intuition. And your subconscious can communicate whether you're awake or asleep. And you'll be able to recognize these clues and cues. You'll be able to remember them and make note of them. You'll be able to bring your awareness, your attention, and your focus to the knowledge that your subconscious mind is providing you with clues through your thoughts, through your memories, through your senses, images, sounds, smells, even tastes, through all of the sensations of your body and through your deepest emotions. And in a moment, I'm going to count up from 1 to 5. And when I arrive at 5, you'll return to your waking state of consciousness, feeling alert and awake, refreshed, feeling wonderful. And you can know that you don't need to hurry. You can just rise slowly with my counting, just like a bubble of air rising from the depths of the ocean. And number 1, after this session, you'll feel as if you've woken from a deep and restful nap, your body relaxed and comfortable, your mind clear, focused and energized, ready for whatever life has in store for you. Number 2, your sleep at night comes quickly and easily, and your sleep is deep and restful. Number 3, and because you sleep so well, when you awaken at your chosen time, you feel refreshed, replenished, energized, and motivated for your day. Number 4, allowing some awareness of the room that you're in, some sensation to awaken in your body, bringing movement into your fingers and your toes. And number 5, at your own speed, and when you're ready, you can open your eyes and return to the room, awake, alert, refreshed, feeling wonderful, taking all the time that you need. And I think that you just must feel amazing. And I really want to thank you for enjoying this session with me. Let's continue going deeper soon. Okay. So your first experience of trance work can be pretty amazing. So just take a moment and allow yourself to reflect on your whole experience. And throughout this integration session, I'm going to be asking some questions about your experience. Please pause the recording at any time and write down any points or responses or do any drawings that you'd like to do in your journal or on your pad of paper, taking as much time as you care to, and then continue when you're ready. I want to share some common indicators of being in trance. One is eye-watering. So just noticing or remembering if your eyes were watering during or at the end of the session. Did you wipe your eyes? Another one is flushing, and I'm just wondering if your cheeks or your face felt warm during the session. A third one, really common one, is time distortion. I'm wondering if you noticed at any time that you'd lost time or your awareness of time. Did things or the session itself seem to be taking an incredibly long time? Or did the session feel really short? Were there gaps? And these are just a few indicators of being in trance. They're not the only ones. They're just some of the most common or obvious ones. Trance work isn't a magical state. It's not a spell that you can either experience or you can't experience. It's much more like a skill or an ability or even a practice. You'll find that you enter into trance more quickly and your trance work gets easier and deeper each time you practice it or experience it. And you can listen to this session as often as you like, and you'll find that it keeps taking you deeper. So, during the session, I asked you to imagine being in a room you've been in before, a room where you felt comfortable and at ease. So take a moment to just write down a few notes about where and when that room was for you. As you reflect on it, was it connected to a particular time or period of your life? Were you a particular age? Just pause the recording, make your notes, and come back when you're ready to continue. Okay. And then you found the door to your peaceful place. So just take some time to describe that door. For example, what size was it? What color or shape, material? What impression did it make on you? How did you feel about it? Did it remind you of anything? You can write or draw your description of the door. You can pause the recording until you're ready to continue. And then you entered your peaceful place. So what was that like? What did you notice and perceive there? Take some time to describe your peaceful place. What stood out to you in your peaceful place? You can pause the recording until you're ready to continue. And what was the most comfortable spot for you? What was that like? Take some time to describe the experience of your most comfortable spot. And you can pause the recording until you're ready to continue. I invited you to create an anchor so that you could enter into a comfortable trance just by counting down from 5 to 1. And I wondered, did you like that idea? Did that feel comfortable for you? Now just take a few minutes and review the responses that you've just written out. And I want you to notice particularly the adjectives that you've used in your responses. Are they grouped around a particular sense? For example, are you describing shapes and colors, or using words like bright or dark? Or maybe you're describing instead how things sounded, or hearing descriptions of things. Or you may find that you've described physical textures like soft or warm or smooth or rough. Or perhaps you've used descriptions of your emotional perceptions. For example, open or welcoming or inviting. And there isn't any right or wrong here. This kind of review gives you some insight into how your subconscious mind communicates and shares information with you. Every person is different. And paying attention to the language or the channel that your subconscious mind prefers to communicate through allows you to be more aware when your subconscious mind is communicating with you, whether that's in a trance state or through your dreams or in your everyday, ordinary conscious state. And as I brought you out of hypnosis, I made some simple suggestions to support deep and restful sleep. I encourage you to just notice how well you sleep after experiencing this session. I want to thank you for exploring trance work with me. I hope that this was an enjoyable introduction. And if you'd like to go further with trance work, I invite you to book a free consultation to explore how trance work can empower you to heal, transform, awaken, and manifest the deepest and highest aspirations for your life. Go to www.monarchtrancework.com and you can book your free consultation today.